It's always such a tongue twister for me. I don't know why. But with me today is Chancee Terry. She is a licensed massage therapist and so much more. She's the owner of Renew and Restore Wellness. She is amazing and backed by popular demand because she was one of our most popular speakers last time. I didn't
Oh,
tell you that, but I'm going to tell you now, girl.
that gives me chills.
Yeah, people just loved
Okay.
her energy. They loved her topic. So I asked her to come back, and she has a new topic for us: 11 biohacks for being happier and healthier right now. So I think this is so needed. Man, so timely after the
Yeah.
whole COVID pandemic. And so I'm just so excited you're back. Thank you for being
Thank
here. I'm
you.
just going to step back into the background, just let you do your thing.
Thank you.
All right.
So good to be here. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here again. Again, had no idea. So Tracy, thank you for that amazing information. You always like to hear confirming words when you talk about things such as this. So today I'm going to be just like I was last time. I have a bunch of notes and I may or may not get to all of them, but I wanted to give some easy things that you can do in your day-to-day life that will literally hack your nervous system to be better. And if, again, we've talked about health and wellness of the time right now, and it's so important that we do little bitty things that are free because there's so much out there that we can choose from. I'm one of those. I see a bunch of things and I'm like, should I buy this? Should I do this? Should I take this supplement? So thank God for Nutritional Frontiers. They do all that research for us so that we don't have to. But when it comes to other things, we may not want to invest the money at the moment, or we may cannot invest that money, but we have our bodies and they're always with us. And there's parts of our bodies that will always be functioning until we take our last breath. So that's where we're going to start, of course, is breath. Breath is so important and we take it for granted, which is fine because that's what the body has been created for, is to keep us going day to day. So there's things that we don't even have to think about and it carries us and sustains us. But the benefits of a deep breath go beyond just those shallow breaths that we take. Me being a massage therapist, I pay attention to my breathing, my clients' breathing, and I notice a lot of people, you can't even feel their body move when they breathe. So most of us are not taking that big, deep internal breath and getting rid of the toxins. And we can speak openly here. Most people are being shut off and not being able to breathe through their nose or through their mouth, or they're having to choose one or the other. So most of us are in control of how we get up every morning, where we're at in our bed or wherever you wake up, wherever you sleep, you're in control of that moment. So number one, when you first open your eyes, before you look at your phone, before you roll out of bed, a deep 5-second inhale. So you want to inhale through your nose. I'm going to just do all this. It's going to be very active. Most of these things are very active because I want to show you how easy they are to do. So you will inhale through your nose to the count of 5, hold for 3, exhale through your mouth for 5. Just sitting here, it relaxed me. So you can take it deeper, and as you're inhaling, fill yourself with healing energy that we all have. When you're holding it, imagine that healing going through every cycle of your body. And when you exhale, imagine getting rid of all the negative toxins. You're starting your day fresh. And then you can repeat it until you're completely relaxed. But most of us have 13 seconds in the morning to take that first deep breath, because we jump out of bed and we just start doing our day. So you've done that. You've taken your first deep breath. Now I'll give you some benefits of that, because I know there's people out there that like the facts. 70% of toxins are released simply by breathing properly. If you aren't breathing properly, toxins are being released. It relieves emotional distress because you can clear out negative and confused feelings by taking a deep breath. Improves your blood. Deep breathing releases carbon dioxide and increases oxygen supply, which improves blood quality. You relieves tension. When you are afraid, stressed, or nervous, your breathing pattern changes. If you breathe slowly, purposefully, and deeply, you feel relaxed. It eases your pain. So breathing in deeply, holding your breath, and then visualizing that breath going to where the pain is, it can help relieve the pain. Not completely get rid of it, but it can just take your mind a little bit lower and lower and say, I can handle this. I can do this. It elevates your mood. Breathing increases pleasure-inducing chemicals in your body. So just breathe. That's number one. We can go into these deeper if I get some messages or if anybody wants to ask questions, but I just want to give these out. And then, of course, in the notes, I will put them in steps in 1 through 11. Number 2, vagal nerve. So we've talked about that. I've heard some people have even taken that a little deeper on some of these sessions. But the vagus nerve is part of the autonomic nervous system, which is involved in our fight or flight or rest and digest. And we wanted to have both, but we also want to be able to control those and get into what we need when we're eating. We do not need to be in fight or flight when we're eating because we have no idea where the food's going. It's not digesting. We also don't want to be rest and digest when we're trying to make decisions or when we're need to be active and someone asks us a question or we have to act quickly. So it's safe to say that people don't understand how important the vagus nerve is for our overall health. It can directly affect our thyroid, but it also can affect our gut and our immune system. So it's been led to believe that affecting the vagal nerve can help with leaky gut. We have low stomach acid. That's a symptom of leaky gut and low vagal tone. So in order to raise that vagal tone, gargling with water a few times a day, or at least just once a day, can activate the vagus nerve. Some doctors recommend drinking a full glass of water and gargling every sip. So if you're dealing with thyroid issues or you know that your vagal tone is low, you've got low stomach acid, you have leaky gut, that's something that you could do every day for, corrective. But for preventative, my goal is to, in the morning, after I brush my teeth, gargle. So gargle water, or if you have a mouthwash, I have a great one. You can message me about that. But there's homemade ones that you can do so that you don't have all the chemical toxins that are going down into your body. But just gargling water. I'm going to do it. How about that? You love my energy. Want to make a noise and you want it to move that back there. And it makes you laugh. It makes you smile. If there's somebody in the room, they're like, what are you doing? But it's free. And you just activated your vagal nerve, which goes all the way down through your thymus, through your spleen, into your internal organs, and helps your gut repair itself. So another key thing would be if you can eat by yourself or whatever. If you don't care, you don't care. But gargle before a meal or after a meal to help digest your food. So there's that. Let's see. So we know chronic stress is one of the main factors that can have a negative effect on your vagus nerve. It is one of the reasons why chronic stress is pro-inflammatory, is because it stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, putting us into fight or flight. So you can gargle yourself into rest and digest. Do it at the end of the day, like when you brush your teeth, something, just gargle once a day, and you have it. Of course, we talked about the majority of the things I'm going to talk about today are things that can improve the health of your vagus nerve, because one of the best ways to do that is incorporating mind-body medicine. It includes techniques such as meditation, yoga, biofeedback, and I'm going to give you a few tips that you can start doing every day and take, as long as you take 1 or 2 of them away, you're doing something good. So we talked about sound last time. I'm really big into sound healing, vibrational healing. We're going to go into number 3. Which is another thing, humming. So that is another simple yet unused ability that we overlook the benefits of. Humming has been scientifically proven to help in breathing due to the passage of air actively through the lungs and sinuses. It uses the action of respiratory muscles. It puts the body through a state of meditation. Humming brings peace of mind at the time when you're actual humming. It helps clear the sinuses because it lets the passage of air travel through all of the sinuses, draining any mucus that might clog in the future. It has been proven that humming and singing silently can reduce blood pressure and heart rate. So humming. I think Campbell's said it best. Good. So when you're eating or you're drinking and you're truly enjoying what you're doing, or even if you're not, and you're trying to eat healthy, which we all are doing, and there's some things that we don't necessarily like the taste of, our body and mind are amazing, and we can trick them, which is a good thing because we're in control of that. But just that was so delicious, or I love that. Or even if you're watching a movie, humming through your nose and vibrating all of these nasal passages and going all the way down through a vagal nerve activates the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So it's like all connected. And why not? Because we have these tools. So I like to hum in my car. I like to hum again when I'm eating, especially alone, or we can talk in, oh gosh, there's so much we could go into, but mindful eating is another thing I like to do. But we're not, that's side point. But when you're eating by yourself, or when you're eating somewhere that you can actually eat your food, chew your food, is but even if you're not doing that and you just want to hum by yourself, you want it to vibrate and you want it to make a noise. Not that all that is good, but you don't have to sound good. You don't have to be a singer. You don't have to be musically talented to hum. So, more scientific facts, because I know other people, they like to hear that. It helps reduce blood pressure, heart rate. This can also significantly distract the mind from overthinking about situations, because, of course, when you're humming, you're trying to figure out the humming. It is a fun activity. And then we're back to the autonomic nervous system by knowing that it activates the rest and digest, which automatically places the body in a relaxed state. There have been several studies to show the release of happy hormones, such as endorphins, whenever a person starts humming any tune. It explains the change in mood and the state of relaxation that spreads during this little practice of humming. Most importantly, it has been well researched that vibrations produced due to sound energy are directly involved in the stimulation of the thymus, which is a small gland that is responsible for the maturation of T lymphocytes. So, this gland usually shrinks in size as the person ages, decreasing the production of the T lymphocytes, which can lead to many diseases taking over the body, including cancer. So, don't we all just want to fight that? I mean, why not? A little humming definitely couldn't hurt any of us. Also, the benefits of nitric oxide, which we're going to get into, which I was excited about. So I had to make notes because I wanted to tell you exactly what it does. Producing the body, nitric oxide produced in the body are one of the added benefits of humming. It has some of the most profound effects on the body that can be felt both internally and externally. It is a gas that is antibacterial, antiseptic, and when a person starts unconsciously humming, this nitric oxide gets carried to the lungs and the whole of the respiratory system. It not only aids the process of breathing, but it also activates the respiratory center, activating the core muscles of breathing, all the while helping fight off pathogens. So, gentle nasal breathing also increases nitric oxide in the blood and acts as a vasodilator. Greatly helps in lowering the blood pressure and has been believed by scientists and researchers that nitric oxide acted as the first line of defense against any pathogen that gained entry into the body. A remarkable discovery was made at the time of the SARS-CoV spread a few years ago, that nitric oxide helped inhibit the replication of this virus inside the body. It comes as no surprise that humming has a natural calming effect on the mind and body, and a lot of this is due to the production of nitric oxide. So, in conclusion, been a lot of speculation about the positivities of this little exercise, but it's free. And why not do it? Because it can't hurt. It can't hurt you. So, just hum. So, I showed you how to hum. Okay, now number 4. The next is smiling. It can be conscious and intentional. So smiling isn't always just, it happens. Interesting. I know, right? Isn't that so cool? Like, I love it when they do studies on things so that we can bring those to the light. But I'm also one of those people to where I'm like, if it can't hurt me, I'm just going to do it. And if I have free time and we all are super busy, but we all drive somewhere, or we all sleep, or we all sit down at some point. So we have the time to do these things. So just do them. Smiling can be conscious and intentional choice. It appears that whether your smile is genuine or not, it can act on your body and mind in a variety of positive ways, offering benefits for your health, your mood, and even the moods of the people around you. A 2010 study found that genuine, intense smiling is associated with longer life overall. But if you don't feel like smiling, or even if you fake a smile, that isn't genuine. When you're stressed, you can take the time to put a smile on, and those around you and you will reap the benefits. It elevates your mood. There's a good chance your mood will change for the better when you just put on a smile. The physical act of smiling activates pathways in your brain that influence your emotional state, meaning that by adopting a happy facial expression, you can trick your mind into entering a state of happiness. This holds true whether your smile is real or not. You wonder why the Joker had a smile on his face? Because he was going crazy. But we can do this. We can say, today is a great day. It's going to be a good day. Today's a good day to have a good day. And you can just activate those muscles and smile. Exactly. And it can't hurt. So what we've done is we've took a breath, we've gargled after we brushed our teeth, and we've hummed because it's a wonderful day. And now we've smiled at ourselves in the mirror because we're beautiful and we're wonderfully made. So why not? So take a smile. You have nothing to be upset about when you first wake up in the morning. You do, but you've took that deep breath and you've released it. So now you're going to smile the biggest smile that you've ever smiled. Smiling can trigger the release of neuropeptides that improve your neural communication as well as your neurotransmitters, like dopamine, serotonin, which can boost your mood. So think of smiling like a natural antidepressant. Back to the immune system. It can boost your overall health by helping your immune system to function more effectively. It is thought that when you smile, function immune function improves because you're more relaxed thanks to the release of these neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine. Whether you're trying to maintain your overall health or strengthen your immune system ahead of a cold or flu, smiling can help. It can impact your blood pressure because laughter specifically seems to lower blood pressure. It increases the heart rate to begin with, but then it lowers the blood pressure. So there needs to be more studies on that. But most of the time, like if you smile, you'll laugh. So just do it, even if it makes you sound like you're going crazy. It can't help. It's release endorphins, which are natural painkillers like serotonin. These brain chemicals make us feel good from head to toe. And not only do they alleviate your mood, but they also help relax your body and reduce physical pain. So it's a natural drug. So smile as big as possible and laugh a little, especially first thing in the morning after you've gargled. So that was the note I made because that's what you did. You've done these things for yourself. So you're happy. And this is all could be in a time frame of like 5 minutes. Okay. Next one gets a little bit more, I guess there's many ways to do it. So grounding. Number one, I'm on a grounding mat right now, this camera. It's a mat that you plug into the grounding hole of a plug. You don't have to buy one of these. Grounding is free because there's ground beneath us. There are a few ways to ground yourself. Number one and most effective is walking barefoot on the dirt or grass, sitting on the ground in a park or the beach. I live in Florida, which makes me happy. We don't go to the beach as much as we should, but it's close, so I have no excuse. Touching the physical earth, taking a few moments to admire a tree, thank the tree for giving you the oxygen, especially in a crazy busy city. So most of the time, most cities require plant life, which that's a good thing still, but they have to have so much curb appeal. So when you see those trees, just smile at that tree, hum at the tree, gargle at the tree. I don't care what you do, but look at the tree and thank it for what it does for us. It gives us oxygen, especially in a crazy busy city. So if you don't want to get outside, if you live in a cold climate and nobody's like, I'm not taking my shoes off. Number one, you can still ground with just socks. So if you have a non-sealed concrete or wood, you're still grounding. Anything sealed, it kind of cuts off that electromagnetic frequency, but or the frequency. I'm sorry, it cuts off the frequency of the Earth's frequency. So you need to be on unsealed concrete or wood, or preferably ground. But you can eat more root vegetables. So go to your local farmer's market and get something that has a root to it. If they're in season, fresh from the farmer's market, anything that grows underground. You could cook with fresh herbs. So basil, thyme, oregano, get those fresh. That's something that came from the earth and you're refeeding that into your body. We can more active as a plant. Okay, so you can also plant a garden, and that's like the top step because gardening takes a lot of time. And I know people that garden, and I look up to them because I don't have a plant anywhere. Just being honest. I'm working on it. I think I'm going to get a spider plant. I think that's the one I'm going to start with because you don't have to water it much, and you can just stick it in the window of my spa, which has a window, and I'm there all the time. So I'm going to I'm going to work on that. But put plants around you, put the ground around you, bring the ground to you. Go get some dirt from outside and bring it inside. Stick your hand in it, stick your foot in it. It's all free. Growing your plants, food, eat properly, maintain earth. Um, Beneficial things to the environment around you. Just the act of visualizing yourself as a strong tree with deep roots in the ground. This is a powerful visualization when you're feeling ungrounded or carried away. So literally closing your eyes and imagining you have roots, because our mind is so powerful. So imagine yourself as a tree. It's also known as earthing, which is simply touching the skin to the earth. It's a rare experience today that humans have been in direct contact with the earth for thousands of years, but technology advances, we've become less in touch in many ways, and we aren't connected to where our food comes from, and we don't get as much sunlight. We aren't in nature, so we aren't grounding. With our rubber-soled shoes and skyscrapers, we can go days without touching the ground. But research is showing more and more reasons that this can be detrimental to our health. We're constantly exposed to EMFs from Wi Fi, cell phones, and pretty much anything that plugs into the wall that can build up positive ions in our body. So, grounding is going to be a little bit more deep. I have a few paragraphs on it. So, if you get bored, I don't know, give me a thumbs down. But I find this stuff really interesting because it tells me why I'm doing something. So it's a buildup of positive ions in our bodies, and we naturally accumulate them as well. They're in the atmosphere and in the environment. So if you aren't releasing those positive ions regularly enough through grounding and other means, they'll start to build up. Too many positive ions are damaging to our bodies. Overabundance of positive ions can zap our energy and increase depression, cause headaches, lead to aches and pains, increase the risk of overall health problems, and the time it takes to recover. Sometimes people notice that they might feel more achy or irritable before a storm. That's because positive ions jump to more than 3 times the amount of negative ions during a storm. This is also similar to the full moon, and I'm super passionate about the moon, so we need to do a course on that. But during the full moon. So it isn't just a myth that people can act more aggressive or irritable during a full moon. Too many positive ions or too few negative mess with the serotonin function. This makes people more irritable and can produce insomnia, nausea, dizziness, hot flashes, heart palpitations. The elderly are especially more susceptible to a buildup of positive ions, and they're more likely to become lethargic and depressed. Think nursing homes and um, assisted living. Those are great. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that they're in there. They don't take them outside and they don't let them see the sunlight. So they're under fluorescent lighting all day. It goes, no matter your age, there's a way to alleviate all the symptoms, and it's completely free. The surface of the earth has a negative ionic charge. Grounding helps to release those extra positive ions you're carrying and restore balance and benefits and restore balance. The benefits include restoring balance to all negative effects of the positive ions. Daily grounding can help you sleep better, feel better, heal faster, and there is greater tension and discomfort because of the greater tension and discomfort before a storm. Nice weather can actually help relieve symptoms of chronic illness, asthma, depression. There's even negative ion therapy for mood disorders such as depression. Can't control the weather, but we can control what we do. So you can always get outside. So again, we've done all the steps. We just smiled at ourselves. Now we're going to step outside of our house at some point, barefooted. Takes 10 seconds. Maybe walk to your car with your shoes in your hand. Maybe when you get home, walk into your house with your shoes in your hand. You need 15 to 20 minutes of it, but if you can just get your feet on the ground, it's beneficial. Sand is even better because it's microbial. So our body absorbs the sand, the microbes in the sand, and it helps boost our immune system. We can simply discharge the positive electrons through direct contact to the earth, and it can help in our mood, arthritis, inflammation, anxiety, blood pressure, and it helps with the endocrine glands, which leads to a more balanced hormones, balanced menstrual system. The simplest way to ground is just to go outside bare feet. 20 minutes, we can walk and get some peace for ourselves, but also the forest, rainfalls, mountains, beaches, just get in nature. So if you can't do any of this, and you're not able to do it, which I don't see how, the grounding mat's going to be your best bet. That's something you buy, so that's not free, but they do have things that you can actually sleep on or step on. So I love grounding. That was like one of my favorite, because when I'm super stressed, I just go outside and put my bare feet on the ground, and it's amazing, and it helps exfoliate your feet. Okay, so this one may seem a little funny, but pulling on your ears. Okay. It helps transmit happy emotions into the body by initiating the delivery of brain endorphins. The act of touch alone is very therapeutic. Super passionate about touch. I'm a massage therapist for 12 years. So, touch does the body good. And you don't realize how much touch is lacking in our society until something like what just happened goes on. And you don't get to hug people, you don't get to touch people, and you're like, people are scared to shake your hand. So we have our own fingers and we have our own body. So we're going to get into more of that later, but it can be very therapeutic and enhances the immune system and the body, minimizing the feelings of tension and stress. It can help you relax. You don't have to understand ear reflexology to get the many relaxing, calming, and well-being advantages. Just do whatever seems right to you. You can pull, rub, put essential oils on them. You can do a gentle soothing all across the external, just the earlobes. So up in here, like rolling the ear back, that helps activate concentration. You see kids pulling on their ears. A lot of times that's an earache, so that's a little bit different. But some people just innately like will talk to you and do this. I'm real bad about it. My ears will be red, and I'll just be talking to somebody like this. So you can take 5 or so minutes, or just 3, and just roll all the way around in your ears. Push them back up against your head. Pull down. And so if you're more of like a routine person, inhaling to the count of 6 and then exhaling and pull down. You do that 6 times. So inhale, exhale, pull back and roll around. There's acupressure, acupuncture, and reflexology and VitaFlex points in the ear. Our entire body is in our ears, our hands, and our feet. Don't ask me why. I haven't figured all that out, but God's amazing and He put it there. So 6 times, and you can listen and hear better. Sometimes you can give your ears a complete aerobic exercise. Work with your fingers. Rub each inch of the outer ears steadily. Proceed toward the middle. Work with the thumb along with the index finger to softly massage the earlobes in small circles. After doing it a few times, you transfer your fingers to the outer ears. You can do this before bed. You can do this when you first wake up. You can do this on your way to work. I also have been, there's studies, I couldn't find the exact one, but I know for a fact because I was told way back. But if you do it with opposite hands, it helps with memory. So why not? So just do a little bit of tugging on the ears. But if you want real studies, there's been studies to show that massaging your ears activates all the acupuncture points in there. And, go around and just feel. I mean, you'll see how tender they are. Sometimes I massage people's ears and they're like, gosh, that's tender. So I just go nicely. But if I'm too loud, tell me, Tracy. Okay, so we're going on to the next one, which is hydration, which we all should know about because we're healthy beings, right? But a lot of us don't know. You're good. I'm rubbing my ears. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know. Okay, so H2O, thirst, is a useful indicator of daily fluid requirements. Unfortunately, it's not fully reliable since the body is already mildly dehydrated by the time you are thirsty. So you should never be thirsty. Make that your goal in life. Skin. Dehydration results in dry skin and wrinkles. Nobody wants wrinkles. Water makes up to 60% of our body weight. And I've even believed it's like 70% of our brain is water or more, like 70 to 75% of our brain is water. And then 70%. Yes, I know, Sue. Never knew about the ear massage. And now you know why you feel so good at the beach. Absolutely. Like the vibrations of the water that you don't even know you're feeling. The microbes in the sand are naturally immune boosting. We could get a little biased, but I truly believe heaven's going to be the beach and the mountains and all these things that you don't even understand. It's all just going to be health and wellness, and biohack is going to be amazing. So excited about that. But that's where we are. Like we crave that. We are nature people, and we've been put into boxes, so we've got to get back out. But yeah, so most of the body is made of water, and then more of the brain is made of water. So kidneys, higher water intake is shown to have a protective impact on the kidneys, and there is initial evidence that chronic kidney disease may be inversely related to higher water intake. A study found that strong protective effect of fluid intake in preventing kidney stone formation in men. So my husband has had 2 kidney stones, and it was both during the summer during grass cutting season. So as you know, we sweat here in the South and a lot of other places that are super humid. So you should pay attention to where you're at. If you go on vacation and you live in a colder environment and you're not used to drinking a lot of water, you need to up that intake. I'm going to tell you how. Physical studies have shown that the modest level of dehydration, which is only 2% of your body mass, can result in around 20% decrease in physical performance levels in temperature climates and up to a 40% decrease in hot temperature. So just 2% dehydration causes a 20% decrease in our body function. Dehydration can degrade specific aspects of cognitive performance, including visual vigilance, attention, anxiety, fatigue, and visual working memory. Dehydration has been linked to negative mood, impaired motor performance, and short-term memory. So I ain't got time for that. I've got to stay alert and on top of it. Dehydration. 1% loss of body mass due to fluid loss is defined as dehydration. Weight loss. Opting for water instead of sugary drinks can help reduce body weight and fat levels. According to Stuckey, just drinking 500 milliliters, which is only 17 ounces, which is one of these. I know it's plastic. Don't hate me. Working towards getting all glass. They need to make these in glass bottles. I don't understand. I know they do. How much water should you drink? Cindy, perfect question. That's what I was getting to. So I do not like to tell people to weigh themselves because it's just a number, but everyone needs a scale, and it's for hydration. I have a scale in my massage room, and it's not for people to have to educate them on the number. Doesn't show your value or your worth, or muscle weighs more than fat. I have a really cool digital scale that like tells you your body fat and all that kind of stuff. But you should drink. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water a day. So does that help? So that's your goal. And I wish I could tell you that I did it all the time, but I don't. So if you weigh once a week, you weigh every day, but once a week, then take that number, divide it in half, and that's how many ounces you need to get within 24 hours of each day. So it helps you, like maybe Monday's your weigh day, and you've breathed, you've gargled, you've smiled, you've hummed, you've pulled on your ears, and now you're weighing yourself. You're pulling on your ears. I don't know. And so now you get half your body weight, and you divide that, and you drink that every day for 5 days. And you'll notice that you'll get closer and closer and closer to that goal. Then weigh again. And you never know. You may notice that you're losing weight if that's your goal. Or you may notice that you gain muscle mass because you've been able to work out during the week better, because you've been able to gain strength because you've been hydrated. So it goes hand in hand. Water plays a crucial role in transporting nutrients and waste products between our major organs and regulate temperature. So talk about hot flashes, talk about just being stressed out, water, 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 water. Now, we can always go into the quality of your water. Well, I hope y'all know about that, and I hope that that's a thing that y'all pay attention to. We can discuss more about that if we need to, but you need a good filter, preferably to filter out fluoride and other carcinogens in your water. You should not be drinking out of plastic all the time. Don't not drink out of plastic because you're thirsty or need water. Spring water is better, and if you know where it comes from. My goal is to get a Berkey. That's my next thing. We live in a motorhome. It's very amazing, and you can buy great filters for the sink. So we've done that, and filter system throughout the whole. So that's cheaper than a house. But in a house, I would love a Berkey. Then a lot of people say when I start drinking, I pee a lot. That's a sign that you're not absorbing, that you don't have enough nutrients in your body. So you need to be looking at your supplements. And your sodium, your potassium, your calcium. So if the water's just running right through you, and it's, I have to pee all the time. That's where your electrolytes and stuff might be off, and then you need to be adding certain things into your diet, which I have. I use Redmond's Real Salt in my water. I make a natural Gatorade out of that, so I can share that information with you. But hydration is so key, and none of us do it enough. I mean, there's days where I think coffee's my hydration, but it's not. And so you can totally tell a difference. I get so many compliments on my skin, my hair, when I'm drinking water. It's weird. And I'm happier. I'm not so grumpy. I don't get the stomach pains of starving, because most of the time when you're thirsty, when you think you're hungry, you're really thirsty. So the goal of that whole weight thing helps me. And that's also something that helps you buy filled water containers. So maybe like if you know you got to drink 3 24-ounce, or 3 or 4 24-ounce bottles, get you a 24-ounce metal Yeti or the likes thereof, and know that you have to fill that a few times. A lot of us are at home now, so that's a little bit better because you can actually make sure that you do that. But if you're out and about, water fountains, water filtration systems, they're getting better at putting those out there. Not sure the quality of the water, so we can get into all that, but it is a free thing to do, but it also sometimes might cost you a little to get the water that you need. So I hope that answered. The next one is legs up the wall. It's my favorite. I don't do it enough, but when we travel, which we do a lot, you sit. When you sit at a desk, you sit. Not many of us, unless we do random exercises, get our legs above our head. So think about the blood flow is always going down, 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 down. And our bodies are amazing. It pumps it right back up. But don't we want to help it out just a little bit? So legs up the wall is super simple. I can't do it in this video. Maybe I should. But you literally just lay down as close as you can to a wall and put your legs up. So you can put them in a chair, like if this is your knee, you can put them in a chair. Some people aren't that flexible, and that's fine. But all of us at some point can lay on our back and get our hips up. So if you get your hips up, and then the next step would be to put your legs up. That's the best. But it sends blood flow to your core. It relieves swollen ankles, relieves varicose veins, improves digestion, eases stress, helps you sleep, calms your nerves, and relieves headaches. Because that, again, all the blood is going down, 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 down. And if we're wearing high heels or business shoes or tight jeans or leggings, or we're sitting at a desk all day, we're not getting that blood flow back to our head. And our head's important, our brain's important. So we've went through all the steps. We've hydrated all day. Now we're to the point where if we want to go to bed, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put our legs up against the wall. So legs up against your bed and the floor, or if you have a headboard, 10 minutes is the goal, but anything is better than nothing. So after a long day at work, every other day, you can do it. Just get those legs up. Any questions on that? Probably not. Something that y'all want to do? This is the one that I had to really try hard at. I don't like being cold, and a lot of us don't like being cold, but a cold shower. And the way I've done it is I've cheated, but that's okay. I turn the hot water down at the very end of the shower slowly, really, really, really slowly, to where it gets chilly, and then I'm okay, and I do a circle, and then I do a circle. But cold water therapy is amazing. Our body needs that temperature change. We are always just making ourselves comfortable. We're not getting in that fight or flight like we need to. We need that stressor sometimes. It's a good thing. So like right now, motorhome, I don't know, it's set to 75 and I'm comfortable. But cold shower, it's anti-inflammatory. It releases norepinephrine. I'm going to spell that out. Can I type that? No, maybe. No. Anyways, y'all know what I'm saying. And it acts as a stress hormone and a neurotransmitter. It's an immune boosting. Exposure to cold strengthens your immune system, helps you to kill off viruses, and reduces the risk of getting sick. It's energizing. Short-term exposure to the cold will give you a much-needed jolt of energy to help you go about your day in a better mood and increase productivity. It can help with depression. One study reported that taking a regular cold shower had beneficial effects of the brain and who suffer from depression. It can help you lose weight. Numerous studies have shown that cold therapy leads to an increase in brown adipose tissue, the brown fat, that increases the body fat conversion, helping you to burn more calories, because that's the fat that we want to burn, is the brown fat. So that's my goal. So we've done all the things. I don't have to go back through them. And now we're in the shower. And we've taken an amazing shower, and it's been great. I should have put this down. Anyways, so we're going to do this before the shower, the next step. But the cold water is at the end of your shower, and you can do it. You can do it for 10 seconds. You can do it for as little bit of time as you can. But turn that hot water down just a little bit until it's a little bit unbearable, but it's cold. And just splash it all over you. Get it on your legs, get it on your feet, and feel how invigorating that is. And that's a free biohack. You have just hacked your immune system. So before, healthy benefits of dry brushing. This is number 10, and it should have been number 9, so I apologize for that. But dry brushing is I love it. You do have to buy a dry brush, but so that's money, so it's not free. But you can even take your hand, or you can take a washcloth. So if you don't want to use a dry brush, a preferable like a scrub, just something that is stimulating the blood flow before your shower. So it stimulates all organs of detoxification, removes cellulite, cleanses the lymphatic system, removes dead skin layers. Hello, shiny, cool skin. Strengthens your immune system. Hello. Stimulates hormone and oil producing glands. Tones muscles, stimulates circulation, improves your nervous system, helps digestion, helps to tighten the skin, reduces the need for body lotion, because most lotion's full of junk anyways. We should be looking for a very, very clean body lotion if you're putting lotion on every day. Our skin is our biggest organ. Easy and inexpensive. It removes excess fluid from the body, known as an effective lymphatic drainage technique. Eliminates clogged skin pores, helps with even distribution of fat deposits, keeps skin soft, smooth, and younger looking. Who doesn't want that? Tips of dry brushing. Brush skin when dry. Use natural bristle brush. Brush in the direction of the heart. Follow with warm shower. Never brush broken skin, and do not brush before bed, as it may interrupt sleep. Yeah, because it's very stimulating. So it takes 10, 20 seconds. I start at my feet, and you go up, 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 up. And then when you get to your belly, you go in a circle left, because your bowel leaves the left. So when you're looking down, left. And then you take, and brush towards the heart, and then up your arms towards the heart, and then this towards the heart, and then face out, up, and then the neck down, 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 down. And then on the back, it's the same thing, the circle, left, towards the left, leaving on the left. And if you're not flexible, you don't have to do your back, but it gets the blood flow. Then you take a shower, and then you cool down with the cold water. And my favorite part, number 11, I hope we're doing good on time, and I hope I'm not boring you. So, last but not least, sometimes a hug is all we need to make everything in life better. Researchers believe, all great, thank you. Researchers believe that when we hug someone we love it increases the production of the love hormone, also known as oxytocin. In reality, we may not always have a shoulder to cry on, or to get a hug or to get to hug someone when we need. The act of a self-hug is a powerful tool. Yes, hugging yourself is a must-try, and at the same time, it has the equal benefits of hugging someone else. Most importantly, a self-hug is nothing but a way to practice self-love, which is what we've been doing these entire 10 steps. Hugging yourself may sound a bit weird, but some of the benefits of hugging are amazing. It's a mood enhancer. Stress is an undeniable part of our lives. The only solution to this is to find ways to lighten your body and mind. The easiest possible method is a self-hug. When you experience stress, your body boosts the secretion of cortisol, which is also known as the stress hormone. When you hug someone or yourself, this hormone reduces in your body, relaxing you with the release of oxytocin. So instead of waiting for others to appreciate you, try hugging yourself. I'm amazing. So if people don't tell me enough, I tell myself. I've learned to do that. Research shows that hugging yourself or hugging someone you care about has a significant positive impact on your health. The primary factor here is the release of the hormone oxytocin that we talked about above. It plays the main role in keeping your heart healthy. It reduces stress, and when you're stressed, your blood pressure rises, which ultimately affects your heart. So too much stress can lead to cardiovascular disease. It is one of the best ways to boost the immunity. Hugging reduces the chances of you suffering from illness. There's even one study that shows that hugging reduces the symptoms of illness long term, like touching someone, hugging someone, like that close encounter. Self-hugs are free. Hugging someone else feels good. We do understand, but that feeling, realistically, we haven't gotten it much. So we're getting back to that, and that's been amazing. But the one thing that will be a constant factor throughout your entire life is yourself. You will always be there. You always have your hands to massage your ears. You will always have your neck to gargle. You will always have your breath to hum. You will always have hopefully running water. And the things that we have talked about today can only continue to make your life better if you're adding it to stuff that you have to buy or you have to do. So simple. If I need to show you how to hug yourself, then you just cross your arms and squeeze like you want. You can do a big old bear hug. You can hug yourself like this. You can do gentle. Then the sensation of rubbing up and down on your arms gets blood flow, of course. So you just hug yourself and you can rub your arms. You can add essential oils to this if you're into that. Get your hands really warm, get those essential oils on, and just give yourself a hug. This needs to be morning and night and during the day. So we are doing all these things. I'm going to go back through so that y'all know how a daily routine should be. But other than that, I hope that that has been something that y'all didn't think was too simple and that it was like, oh yeah, I have all of that benefits. And if we just try to make more effort out of the tools that we've been given, it can ignite our inner ability to heal, which is what I was given the message. That's what we should be doing anyways. Our inner ability to heal has been forgotten, has been looked over, and we have been that power's been trying to take away from us, and we have it. It's in us. So wherever you need to get, whatever you need to do to allow some of these things to be a part of your life, it is so important and detrimental to our health in the world today. I love the fact that there are people on here from all over, and I hope that you can teach your children if you have them, your loved ones if you have them. This would be amazing to take into nursing homes and cancer centers and other assisted living and have them have a daily routine of doing these things that are free. You know, brushing their teeth is a common thing. So gargling, smiling at themselves, make it a little, 10-minute routine that you do in the morning and you'll want to keep doing it. And, it's not this amazing, groundbreaking scientific discovery, but all of it put together, things have been used throughout time and it's proven. So there's a study for every bit of this. If you're those kind of people that need the links and things, I have that. But I just get super excited when I have the ability to do things that are in my control because it's coming. Yeah. So we could talk multiple times about that, but I would love to talk to any of you. These are the things that I do. These are the things that I go over when I have my clients near and far. I ask them small little questions and see, hey, are you hugging yourself? Are you gargling? Are you, and then you'll notice you'll start using the bathroom better. Your bowel movements will be better. Your relationships will be better because you're taking care of the one thing that matters in all of those aspects, ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed it. And
well, that was awesome. Thank you so much. I loved it. I thought the nitric oxide thing was so fascinating. I was like,
I know.
Wow.
I know. When I saw that, and I was like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. So the simplicity of stuff, that we forget every day in our lives, just from drinking water to walking in the sand, just being outside, like super easy stuff. But it can make you happier and it can make you healthier. So this was great. Thank you so much. How can people connect with you?
So I have a website. It is my first and last name, Chancee, Terry, TERRY.com. And then I also have a Facebook page, which is at Renew and Restore 11.
All right.
So I can't find where to type, or I would type. I think that's right there.
Got you.
I can't put it in there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's all right. I got it. So yeah, this is great. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will definitely have you back again for our next one coming up in September. I got a hair in my eye. I'm sorry.
Me too.
But I know, just like get out of my face. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and we're going to stay tuned here until about noon when we're bringing on Jo Messino. Until then, go check out her website, her Facebook page. Get connected to be happier and healthier. God bless, guys.